So, Mr. Su, Kung Fu, when did it start and why?
The art of Kung Fu never started as Kung Fu as such. It probably started some 5,000 to 6,000 years ago as a means of self-preservation, probably with the Ice Age and using clubs and things like this, or stones. Then slowly it developed into a means of being able to use the arms and legs as a means of protection. Eventually, in actual fact, some techniques came over from India as well. Bodhidharma came in, and they set up a school in the Shaolin Monastery in northern China. And there they laid down certain techniques and movements on which the whole of styles of Kung Fu have been based ever since.
Because there's a hard and a soft Kung Fu, isn't there? And the hard was in northern China.
That's right.
And the soft in southern China.
That's right.
And what's the basic difference then?
Well, this is due to environment mainly. In the north there's mountains and deserts, and so therefore it's very hard terrain, and they can move quickly on their feet. So in the north they use more feet than they do the hands. In the south, of course, you have paddy fields and the sampans, and so the legs are used to hold their balance in slippery circumstances. And so we use more handwork in the south than we do feet. Although, of course, you get a nice balance, in fact, by, in the soft styles, being able to use them all.
Now, can you tell me the difference to a layman between, shall we say, karate and Kung Fu? I mean, how would I spot the difference?
Well, karate is a copy of the Chinese hard styles, and we call this stop and start techniques. They stop, lock their muscles for that split second, execute a technique, then unlock their muscles and joints, and then start moving again. The Chinese arts are very, very soft. They flow all the time. They are completely relaxed. We at no time lock the joints or the muscles of the body, and so you're completely relaxed physically, but also mentally and spiritually.
Can you explain to me, Mr. Su, what is meant by inner power? Because I gather that's very important for Kung Fu.
Inner power, in actual fact, is the power that we use rather than physical muscular strength. And inner power is the power that a baby uses when it grips your finger when it's very young. It's not old enough to develop muscles, but yet when it grips your finger, it is very strong, it feels strong.
Could you demonstrate what you mean by that, perhaps with Doug?
Yes.
Doug, could you join us over here?
For instance, it is obvious that Doug has got more power in his body than I have in my little finger. And so in actual fact, he can push as hard as he likes, in actual fact, and without any strain whatsoever, I can not only hold him, but break his balance. Again, if I use physical strength to stop being lifted, and I go 11 stone, he can lift me fairly easy. But if I don't use physical strength, this is what actually happens. You see?
And he's really trying, isn't he?
He's really trying.
Let's see the chair. Doug?
Again, if I oppose force with force, in other words, I try to prevent him by sheer strength, I get pushed. But if I don't oppose him with strength, then you see what happens. There.
Now, I'm just going to... Well, I'm going to come in here because you've come together, and some viewers might think, well, there might be an act going on, so just let me try.
Would you like to try? All right. Okay, now, first of all, see if you can push me. You can?
Yeah.
All right? Now try. And again, without any strength or...
Now that's quite extraordinary. What are you doing that I can't push you?
Well, in this particular case, I'm throwing your energy back into yourself. So in actual fact...
But all you seemed to do that was different was to put your thumbs on my...
Well, in actual fact, all I'm doing is holding you and making contact. So in actual fact, the force that you're using is thrown back against yourself, so you're literally pushing against yourself and not pushing against me.
Which is pretty self-defeating.
Yes.
Right. Now, another claim that's made is that, unlike karate, that this is not an aggressive sport or art, and that in its purest form, it's turn the other cheek. Is that right?
Completely. Self-humility is the first essence, plus complete control of one's physical body, mental and spiritual body.
Mr. Su, I wonder, could we see Doug attack you as if he's going to mug you or something and see how you handle the situation?
Yes, and what would you like, a punch or grip or something?
Yeah, a punch-up.
All right.
A Saturday night punch-up.
Well, probably the essence is possibly if he gripped my collar, and which is typical from a pub to do something like that. All I need to do is turn my body and take him outside. You see, with no effort. Or stranglehold. You see, I literally need to do anything. Because all I need to do is tuck him over and hold him down. Or another one, I can do the same thing. If he's stranglehold, all I do is turn him away, give his arms a cuddle, and he's gone. Minimum force, minimum energy and relaxation. Hold round the waist. I mean, all you have to do is just tap and he's gone.
May I just try?
Yes.
Again.
That's right, yeah. All we do, look at your arm. You can't do anything with the arms. I've broken away from the grip, and now in actual fact I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, against pose which your 2 legs are tied up, your 2 hands are tied up, you're helpless, and yet I've got all my weapons.
Could you let go?
Could I let go? Yeah.
Thank you. Let me just try from behind.
That's right.
All right.
Well, again, very easily, you see, I literally don't have to do anything to take you under control.
No, you don't. Well, that's absolutely fascinating.
That's again, without using force against force.
Yes.
If I used force, I couldn't have broken out. See?
You see, to watch a fight going on, it looks pretty aggressive, but you say that the prime aim is humility, is self-control and humility.
Exactly. But this fight was, in actual fact, was put on. Normally, we never spar as such. There are no sparring battles because, in actual fact, it was banned in China over 150 years ago.
So the perfect kung fu is when 2 people walk away from each other, neither striking each other.
Exactly. Yes, this is the truth.
So really, an empty studio would be the perfect kung fu.
Exactly, yes. It is a way of life. Never opposing force with force. In other words, giving way to force at all times. And this is, in every aspect of training, this rule is the number 1.
All for that, Mr. Soon.
Right, they're just going to